I feel like middle school, we were meaner to each other than we were in high school. I think. Right? Yeah, I feel like we were just more vicious. Am I getting that wrong? I feel like that was how it was. Hi everyone, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. I do apologize, there was no video on Friday. There was some technical difficulties going on with the editing software that I was using, and it was getting really frustrating. This wasn't just happening for a couple hours, this was happening for a couple days. This software, it just kept kicking me out, it kept crashing on me, and I was getting so frustrated. So hopefully I'll be able to get that video out for you one of these Fridays, but there was just no video on Friday and I apologize for that. But today is Wednesday, and that means this is a Words of Wisdom Wednesday. So the quote for today is, "When someone is nasty or treats you poorly, don't take it personally. It says nothing about you, but a lot about them." This is something my dad always used to say to me whenever I would come home from school and I was very upset about something that someone had said about me, and it was rude, it was mean, and it really hurt my feelings. He would always say, "Well, that says nothing about you, but that tells me everything about them." And I never quite understood what that meant, and I would always get very frustrated. Whatever they had said about me, I would take it very personally, and it would really affect me. And then he would say that, and I would get mad because I didn't understand what he meant. Now I finally understand what this means. I think I just had to grow up and go through it. So let's talk about this. When someone is saying something about you, I think it's hard not to take it personally, especially when the thing they're saying is so hurtful. I think we tend to let really negative things affect us more than when someone is giving us a compliment. I think when someone's giving us a compliment, it's amazing and it makes us feel good and we're like, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much." But then when someone says something hurtful, we tend to let that affect us more than the positivity we're getting. I think that's really sad, but I think that's really human of us to do that. Not too long ago at school, we're a part of a larger campus, so there's other schools in our gigantic building. And one of the schools, we notice they don't seem to like us very much. But there was one day though in particular where these students were just being very rude to everyone who walked out of our doors to use the communal bathroom, for instance, or just walk down the hallway. And we would be getting a lot of smack talk thrown at us. And it was really affecting my classmates. And people were very upset when they came back into our class. It's because these students were saying really rude things. They were making fun of my friend's eyebrows. She wore colorful eyebrows. That's her thing. That's what makes her unique, and she always wears these colorful eyebrows. They were making fun of that. They were making fun of our choice of careers. Like, they were saying all this stuff, and when the girls walked back in, they were telling me about it. I felt like I was back in my grade school years where kids were just being so mean to each other just for the heck of it. So when those students were acting like this, I just thought to myself, they must be having a really bad day. I didn't think that anything they were saying had anything to do with us. yes, they were making fun of us. They were making fun of our makeup. They were making fun of the career choice we had chosen. So yeah, they were saying those things, but also I don't think people choose to say mean things just for the heck of it. I think they say mean things when they're having a bad day. Something happened to them, someone yelled at them, and they are now really upset. And so they want to take it out on someone who's smiling. They want to take it out on someone who they see having a good day. They want to take it out on someone maybe they're jealous of. And that, to me, is what was happening that day at school. A couple years back, I would have been really, really upset too. And I would have taken it personally, and I would have been really mad, and I would have wanted to say something mean back to them. Now I look at it as, okay, I look at the situation, they're saying these rude things, but it has nothing to do with who I am. It's telling me who they are. If they're choosing to handle a negative day and a negative situation by taking it out on someone else, isn't that sad? I think that's really sad. I think it's so sad that we have to tear other people down to make ourselves feel better. And the thing is, I don't think we really feel better after we do that. I know there were times that I said something rude to someone to make myself feel better, and I didn't feel better at all. In fact, I felt worse for saying what I did. I think it's a human thing to take things out on other people, and I think it's a really human thing to take it personally when someone does that to you. But we have to understand that these things, the way that people treat us, have nothing to do with us. They have so much to do with them, though. And you can look at that. So next time you're feeling bad and you've had a bad day and someone yelled at you and someone was negative to you, are you going to take it out on someone else and that's how you're going to release this negative energy? Or are you going to just sit there and be like, okay, that happened. Let's move on. I tell you, there are days that I do want to just yell and honk my horn at people because I'm really upset. But I don't. I look at the situation for what it is. And if someone has yelled at me and someone is negative to me, I'm not going to take it out on someone else. Was I like that sometimes back in middle school? Yeah, I was. But I was learning. I was a kid. I'm learning from my mistakes. I learn from my mistakes every single day. I don't do that anymore. But there were times that I did. So I understand that is why people do that. But it doesn't mean it's okay. Doesn't make it right at all. It's an awful way. It's an awful way to release your anger by making someone else feel the exact same way you're feeling. No, it's a terrible thing to do. But that is just how some people are. And hopefully these people that are still doing that will understand that that's wrong and they won't do that anymore. And I hope that you are able to take that information in and understand that when someone is rude to you, it's not about you. It's saying everything about the other person, though, and how they handle situations. So no, it's not saying anything about you. Brush that off. You are awesome. It's saying everything about the other person. They're probably having a really, really bad day. Does it excuse their behavior? No. It's very rude to be that way. But just know they're rude. You are fine. Also, that is easier said than done. But that's something I think that I had to work through as I was getting older. There were still times that I was upset if someone was rude to me, but now it's easier and easier for me to say that's about them. not about me. Thank you so much for tuning into this week's Words of Wisdom Wednesday, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.